Why is it a nightmare, not a pleasant dream?
Welcome once again to Conscripted. Only this time, we're gonna go through Arius's nightmare.
Oh, snap.
So we're gonna pick up where some of the stuff that's been going on in the game has been happening. Arius has been dealing with a number of pretty weird dreams. And over the last few weeks, he's been coming to realize more about his past. And today we're gonna delve deep into what that past really was.
Oh, snap.
So, let's start the mood.
A nice stormy night.
So, through this session, Arius is going to be playing with some penalties. We discussed this a little bit beforehand. His stats are going to act as though they are at -2, and his skills are going to act as they are -4. As this is little kid Arius, somewhere around the age of 12 or 13. Arius, you once again awaken in your room. All your usual toys are there.
I can see them all now.
You can see all the toys very clearly. The little dragon toy is sitting there like next to them, but it is silent.
I will try to speak to the dragon toy.
When you do, it turns and looks at you. Says, "Is today the day? Are we gonna do it?"
Do what?
Oh, Arius, you don't remember again, do you? They keep doing it. I'm worried about you.
I'm worried about me as well. Okay, so just out of character, I'm gonna talk as if I remember everything me as I remember. So you can stop me if Arius wouldn't remember all of the previous.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
You'll understand why you can do some of this stuff and it still won't matter.
Okay. Okay. Back in character. I don't know if I consciously can do this yet, but I'm gonna try and speak Draconic to it. See if that matters. Because I should be able to speak it, or I don't know if I can speak it at this point.
No, so you start trying to speak Draconic, and you think that you're speaking Draconic.
Okay. So yeah, just going on with that, I would say I've been in here several times. I've tried all these toys on, and they've done different things. I know this is a dream. What I feel like this is. It's familiar, but it's still foggy.
Oh,
Can you help
Arius,
me?
you're being silly. You keep forgetting. The treatments keep making you forget.
What treatments?
The treatments. Every night before bed. They make sure that you stop having these weird visions. They think something's wrong with you. They've been talking about getting rid of you.
That's where I always wake up, is when they experiment on me. Do you know what they're doing to me?
They're helping you realign, is what they say.
Realign with what?
You're having these flawed, faulty visions. These visions of being out in the world and fighting, and you're getting very aggressive. And they don't want you to be aggressive yet.
They want me to be a docile slave?
They're trying to look out for you. It's time to learn right now. At least that's what they say.
Are you saying you agree with them? And who are they exactly?
Your fathers.
So at this specific moment, I would try to recall I know I had a mother, right?
You think you had a mother.
So
But
I'm trying
again,
to recall
like
anything of her.
you try to recall her, and the vision of a mother seems like a fleeting construct, something that your brain sort of put there, and it has to be real. Like, it doesn't make sense to not have a mother, but something seems wrong. Something seems like like you're trying to envision a ghost.
So I guess I would be frustrated with my lack of ability to recall seemingly an important person in my life, and I'll be frustrated, and I'll say to the dragon toy, I'll say, "Do you know what they're messing with my mind? I can't even recall my mother. I know I must have had one, but I
Arius?
can't remember her."
Is it the thing is happening again, isn't it? Your 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 brain is so creative. Arius, I know what you want, but it's not how it is. It's not how it ever was, Arius.
Hmm. Are you implying I never had a mother?
No one here has a mother, Arius.
Then how did I come to be?
You're special, is what they say. You're different, just like the others. You can start to hear the yelling in the background begin.
So I know I have limited time from this point.
Mm-hmm.
There are others like me here?
Several. A lot better behaved, though, is what they say.
I thought you were on my side. You sound to be very supporting these guys who are torturing me, it seems.
I'm here for you. I'm just telling you what they think and feel.
Is there a way out of here? I think we need to get out of here.
Good, you must be remembering part of things. Yes, there is. You had been planning it for some time. Oh, I hate when they make you forget. You realize that these toys, they're tests. They're ways for you to test out things that are deep inside you, things that they want. You've been pretending that you're not sure, pretending not to know. But you've been learning each time.
I'm going to look around for my amulet. Is it around my neck?
It is not.
Okay, because these sound like similar things. So yeah, I'll just put my hand to my... Because when he says that, I will think of my amulet and I'll put my hand to my chest and it's not there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say... So if I put all of these on at once, I should gain immense power and I should be able to get out of here, right?
I think so. Everything has a purpose, and everything you've found seems to give you a plan. Or at least you had one. Arius, I'm worried. I'm worried that they'll catch you again, and this time they might make things worse. You might even forget me.
It's not going to happen, but you said there's others. We're going to try and get everyone out of here. So as I say that, I'm going to grab the toy. I don't know if I have pockets, but I'll try and put it in a pocket or something, and then I'm going to quickly put on every toy.
Okay.
The gloves, the shirt, the wings. I think you said I had goggles or something?
You have claws, gloves,
right.
The shirt, and the wings.
Okay. So yeah, I put all those on. Do I feel any different?
Yeah, you can feel like a little bit of like static electricity that kind of tingles over the shirt, going from hand to hand. Like if you as you bring your hands apart, you can feel it spark, a little spark between the two of them. And you can feel like if you move your wings properly, or if you move your shoulders properly, the wings will move with them.
Oh, okay. I look at myself. Did my skin change when I put on the shirt? I got more blue scaly kind of thing.
You did.
And I'm not like scarred like I had that vision of before, right?
You are not. You are actually with the shirt on. You are not scarred.
Okay. I guess I didn't say I looked at myself beforehand, but I would have.
Okay.
Was I scarred before?
You were scarred before.
Oh shit! Really?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have any pain though, right?
No. Well, not that you can feel right now.
Okay, I didn't feel any pain, so I guess I didn't really notice anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now that I feel like I have this extra power, is the yelling still going on?
The yelling is getting louder, and you can hear a bit of snarling in the background.
Like a dog snarling?
Like a dog snarling.
Hmm. And ominous music starts playing. This isn't good. And you said I have 2 level 1 spells available?
Yes. Arius? Arius, the dog is coming.
I'm not concerned for a dog. But do you know where the others are being held? Is it possible we can
In the
save
rooms
them?
around us. I don't know if we have time to save them.
We'll make time.
Their doors are
gonna
going to
go
be
out-
locked.
It doesn't matter. We gotta try. So I'm gonna go out of the door, and do I see a snarling dog in my way, or I'm gonna look for the nearest other door?
No, you can get out the door. There's a door right across from you. Like
I'm
it's a
gonna
little
bang
bit
on
at a
it.
diagonal angle to you, but there's a door that's there.
I'm gonna bang on it, and I'm gonna say, "Is anyone in there?"
You can hear the voices of the 2 men in the distance get loud. Who's up? Who's there? And you can hear the snarl as the dog races towards you, but no one responds as you pound on the door.
God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna run the opposite of the direction of the dog.
As you turn to run in that direction, you notice there's actually a wall there this time.
So I just like turn and I'm like against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta go towards the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. I ready a jolt spell in my hand, looking for this dog to throw it at.
Okay. The dog comes out of like the distant hallway and lunges for you. Go ahead and give me that jolt. The sparks of electricity fly around the dog, and the dog tries to bite into you. Oops. Not slash. Oh, I can't. do this
I should get
properly.
rid of my natural armor. I mean, that's gonna hit anyway.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I should have natural armor, one natural armor maybe, from this shirt, whatever.
Yeah. You actually, you have your current natural armor.
Okay.
The shirt is a enhanced simulation of your abilities. You'll take
yeah,
3 points of damage. So
Ooh,
you should
no
at this
temp
point
HP,
have.
right?
You should have 6, I believe, because what it's D6 or is D6 for a sorcerer.
Yeah.
So you should have 6
level
plus your
1.
con modifier. Yeah.
Oh god, my con modifier is 0 because I'm
Okay.
-2. So I have 6 HP.
Yep.
Alright, I have 3 HP
So the
left.
dog bites into you for 3.
God damn it. Can I claw at it?
Go ahead.
I think this is the... Oh god.
This dog is fairly easy to hit. That 10 will hit, and you slash across the face of the dog. And the dog yelps a little bit as the claws go across it. And it turns and it starts to run off.
Okay. So... Do I have all my feats available to me?
You have no feats.
I want to use my Thunder Staff ability to
You
add
have no
electricity to my
feats.
claws. Oh, no
You already
feats.
have electricity on your claws. Did you? You should actually roll
Oh.
that. I'm sorry. That's what the gloves do.
Ooh. Oh yeah, you did say I felt a ting of electricity.
Go ahead and add
Okay.
that extra electricity damage. You probably put the
What
dog
is it?
down with that.
D6 or something?
D6.
Or... Okay. Plus, or do I have my +1 for my bloodline?
You do.
Sweet.
Okay. Yeah, that would actually put the
electricity.
dog down. So the dog is now laying in a unconscious pile in front of you.
Okay. Do I immediately hear the footsteps of those men racing towards me?
They're not racing towards you. You can hear them like, who's in the hallway?
All right. I don't want to answer them. I'm going to try and get this door open.
Okay.
So I try the handle. It's obviously locked.
It is
right?
locked. Yes.
I don't have disable device trained. Could I just make my best attempt to get this door open?
Sure. You
Or
can give me a
wait.
strength check and try to kick it open.
Okay, yeah, that's my initial reaction, is just trying to push this, all my might.
Yeah, the door doesn't budge.
Okay.
You can hear footsteps starting to move towards you.
Fuck it. Enlarge myself.
Okay.
There's one spell down. So wait, what do I get here? I get +2 to my
+2 strength.
right?
Yep.
Okay,
Minus
so I
2
basically
dex.
get my strength back.
Mm-hmm.
And -2 dex. Okay, and I can't do that anyway. It's not relevant right now anyway. So I'm gonna retry and bust this door down. Oh my lord.
You bash into the door, and the door just holds strong. You can hear a clang as you kick against it.
Okay, so seeing how this door is not moving, how long does this enlarge last? So I get my level 1.
Enlarge is 1 minute per level, so 1 minute.
Okay. I want to, if they're not in sight yet, I want to, do I need to see someone to do this? I want to use message, but do I need to see them to give them a message?
You do
Range
have to
is 100 feet.
You do have to see the target.
You point your finger at each creature. Okay. So if I just point it down the hallway, I can kind of assume they're there. Would that work if I happen to point at them if I can't see them?
Well, just give me a perception. Maybe you can see them from where you are.
Yeah, right.
Things are a little dark. Nobody's turned on the lights.
Without -4?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
Is that
again,
you again, Arius?
Stay back. I'm gonna ready a jolt spell. If I see him, I'm gonna fire it.
One of them steps into the hallway. In enough view of you, they're carrying like a little flashlight with them. Is that you, Arius? And
I'll release my jolt.
yep.
Oh!
He kind of like takes a few steps back as the electricity hits him, but you notice it doesn't seem to hurt him. It just kind of like jars him a little bit. Arius, Arius, Arius. How many times do we have to tell you? You're safe with us. We're taking care of you. It's okay.
I'm not getting strapped to anything. You're keeping me here against my will.
No, you don't understand, Arius. We're your parents. We're taking care of you.
Where's my mother?
You don't have a mother, Arius. It's something you fabricated. Arius, come on. Come with us. We'll make things better again. At some point, these treatments will work.
Do I see the other guy? Or is it just one guy?
You can only see one right now. It's very dark in this hallway.
I don't know, this is kind of dumb, but I want to try and send him a message. I don't know, or not mending.
I want to send him a mending.
When I use a spell, is it my voice he's hearing when I whisper?
Yes. You would have to try to feign another voice in order to.
Yeah, I want to try and
it's you whispering.
I want to try and feign. I mean, he sees me casting the spell, so I don't know how this would work. But my idea is to feign the other guy. I assume I've heard them both talk in several dreams, right?
Sure. Do you have how many?
Only...
You can roll a disguise if you'd like to try to conceal your voice.
I want to try and sound like the other guy that isn't in front of me right now, calling him back, saying to like leave me alone, kind of thing.
Okay. You can give me. You'll need a sleight of hand to try to hide the fact that you're casting message.
Okay.
Because he'll get a check versus your message otherwise.
So that's a 6.
Yep. Well, it's only if you have ranks in it that you need to take the -4. It basically treat it as though you. Okay, then yeah, then treat it as it will treat it as it is. He's actually not paying attention to the fact that you're casting a spell.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me your disguise.
No ranks. Ooh!
That's actually pretty good. Hold on. Let's see. He does turn for a moment. He looks back and he goes, I thought we agreed for a change. He needs to go back for treatment. We can't keep being nice to him anymore.
If he's distracted, I want to charge him with my claws.
Go for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, you charge on forward. Give me the lightning damage as well.
Oh wait, I'm enlarged. Well,
that's
anyways.
fine. We'll take your rolls from the other one. Give me the lightning damage.
So 1d6.
Yep. All right. So you like rip into him as you rush forward, and you like claw him apart, and you can see like as you get in close, you can see he's wearing what looks like a very long white lab coat, and you just like tear into the lab coat, and as you tear it away, you notice that underneath it there's some kind of like leather padding that's there that like seems to kind of try to absorb some of the lightning as it leaves your fingertips. But you can see some of it still kind of burned underneath as he passes out beneath you.
He passes out?
Yeah.
Ooh. Can I quickly check him for keys?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a quick perception.
Okay. Yeah, because I am trying to be quick here, because I know the other guy's going to come here.
You managed to
I have
find
no ranks in this.
You managed to find a small stone that is very, very smooth and is like kind of flattish.
Okay.
And you know that somehow this has allowed them to open up doors. You can kind of start to recall how this thing works, but you're not sure like to get into the rooms. Usually they're locked differently. They don't use the stone for that.
Wait, so sorry. I know the stone is used to open doors, but not this
Not
door
the
on
bedroom
top.
doors.
God damn it. I will pick it up and silently vow to return here to free my brethren that are captured here. And I'm going to try and find the exit.
Okay.
So there's a wall behind me, so I have nowhere to go but forward.
Nowhere to go but down the hallway.
Huh. I don't find anything else of use on him, like, I don't know what else you would have that would be interesting.
That's all I had on him.
Is my enlarge is probably gone by now, right?
No, you've still got a little time on your enlarge. About 3 more rounds.
Okay. Well, I still have my enlarge, then I'm gonna run forward.
Okay.
Trying to find an exit.
You run forward out of the darkness of the hallway. As you start to move and you start coming around a corner, you notice that light starts to shine down, and you can see a tall figure standing kind of squarely in a room that looks almost like a living room. And he just kind of looks at you and goes, "Arius, what are you doing up?"
This is different than this. This is normally the second guy I always see.
Mm-hmm. You should be in bed. Are you feeling okay?
I need to leave this place.
No, Arius, you don't need to leave. We've been through this. It's okay. What you're experiencing is normal. You're very confused. Your powers will do that to you. They make you see things that aren't there. That's what we're trying to help you avoid. We're trying to bring you back to reality.
I'm charging this guy.
Okay. You get him with the second hit. And you claw into him. Go ahead and give me another lightning.
I'm getting out of here.
You see that like the claws scrape, and you reveal that plate underneath him as well. But as they scratch across, like the lightning just kind of absorbs into the plate, and he like staggers back a bit. Arius, you don't normally get this violent. What's wrong with you? And he starts like reaching over for something.
I'm gonna try and stop him immediately.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to ask that when I clawed into the other guy too, it's a metal plate below him.
It's a leather plate.
Leather plate.
Yeah.
So it's just
it
leather.
Seems to be kind of
metal?
it's like wrapped around like a shirt would be underneath their lab coat.
Okay, so how do I interpose him reaching for something? Do I just attack again?
You just make another attack. Yeah. This part of his action is reaching out to grab this item off of a distant location. So you come in with another like claw across him, and you can give me another lightning. And as you do, like you kind of feel the lightning penetrate his chest once more, and it burns, and he kind of staggers back, and he like holds this item in his hand, but he just kind of leans on like a cabinet or like a countertop that it was resting upon, Arius, please don't go. Out there, the world is not welcoming to something like you. They'll kill you. No one will care for you.
It'll be better than being tortured in here.
We're not torturing you, Arius, we swear.
That's why you're taking my memories from me?
You keep having false visions, Arius. You think you have a mother, you think you have a whole life that's gone on. But you haven't. It's your dreams, Arius. They make you think a reality is there you never had.
I take the dragon toy out. Is it looking lively?
It is.
I look at it and say, is what he's saying true? And I want to look at his reaction when I'm speaking to this toy. Does he look at me like I'm crazy?
No, he looks at you kind of like you're normal, still.
Okay.
As you speak to the toy, the dragon looks at you and says, I only know what they know, Arius. I can only be here with you, and I've only known you as long as I've been here. I've never seen a mother. You've just been here. For years and years and years and years.
Okay, is the guy like disheveled, like he looks like he's very hurt?
Yeah, he looks like if he takes more than a move action, he'll probably pass out.
Okay, what does he have in his hand that he reached for?
Some kind of rod-like item.
All right, I'm just going to. I want to basically threaten him. Like, I don't know if this is like an intimidate or something, but like I want to bring like my claws up to him, like I'm gonna kill him, and I want to say, oh, "What did you reach for? What is that?" But
okay.
I don't want to like be so close that he can just like whack me with it, or because I think it's like something that clearly is meant to stop me.
Yeah, give me an
So
intimidate.
I want to just like interpose him in some fashion. That is with some rank, so I don't know if you want to -4 that.
So you like get in his face, and he's like, I know you're not gonna kill me, Arius, but I don't want to hurt you.
Then start talking. What is that you went for to stop me? What is it?
It nullifies your powers momentarily.
If you value your life, you're going to start explaining all this to me, because clearly I'm missing something. How come I don't have a mother? I am human, albeit I've recently learned maybe half human, but human nonetheless.
I suppose I can tell you, with your memory problems, I'm sure you'll forget tomorrow. Arius, you're a creation of ours. You're a new experiment that we found. It's taken us a long time to find the blood of a blue. We've had green and red and a number of other creatures, but never have we had the blood of a blue. We hoped this would go well. We hoped that its nature would allow you to be more welcoming to the ability, but it seems like your mind rejects it. It wants a world that didn't exist.
When did you find me?
We didn't find you, Arius. We made you.
From scratch? You made a person? I can't believe this.
You are the result of a very complicated series of spells and artifacts and alchemy.
I'll look to the toy dragon. Any of this making any sense to you?
I know only what you know, Arius.
God.
And only what you have known. What he says seems true. I've only known here for as long as I've known you. And I've known you ever since you knew how to speak.
Can you hear this dragon? This toy dragon?
No, Arius, I cannot hear the dragon. Only you can hear the dragon.
And the others, you said you have a red and a green. They're like me, you created them as well?
Reds and greens and some that have eyes that come out of their head, some that have... There's a wide variety of things that we concoct.
And what is the point of all this? You trying to use us for something, or what?
We find purpose for you as people request, but we make sure your lives are full until then, or at least we try. You're one of the few that seems to be rejecting it.
I'm searching this man. Where are the keys to the doors to get all my fellows over here?
You search him. He does not have keys to the door. To the doors.
I bring my claw. I guess I'm not enlarged anymore. My normal sized claw to his throat. Tell me how to unlock the doors of the creations you've created. This is not going to continue.
They will open in the morning. Your door has been faulty for some time. We don't know why. We've had numerous people come to fix it.
What do you mean they will open in the morning? Are they on a timer?
Yes.
And then what happens?
And then it's daytime. We have breakfast.
Do I remember any of this?
Stuff is starting
routine?
to coalesce back. You do remember, like, in the mornings, there would be, like, a time where you and a bunch of other kids who, like, have these, also, like, have these weird markations on their skin, or maybe, like, horns coming out of their head, or maybe, like, their skin is a little bit discolored in some way, and you're, like, you'd be sitting down to eat breakfast with them, but it's like in a big cafeteria style room. It's like your two fathers and like about 5 other kids that are seated at this table, and around you is like a whole bunch of other fathers and kids, but that seems hazy. It seems in conflict with, like, you also see a vision of your mother, and she's making you breakfast, and she's very happy, and she's like bringing the flapjacks down to the table for you to have morning meal.
So I think at that, Arius would I would like put my hands in my head because I think this would be like a splitting like headache, like the memories fighting with each other, which one's real and which one's not. And I think Arius wants the mom memory to be real, so I think he's gonna think this guy's lying and they're fucking with his mind. So while I'm recalling this breakfast scene, do I notice any other adults in this place, or is it just these two guys?
There are tons of other adult males in lab coats wandering about.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. There's got to be a way to open these doors, I'll say to him.
If you can get to the main control room, probably, but you'd have to get past a lot of people to get there. That would be foolish, Arius. Just go back to bed. It'll be better in the morning.
I slit his fucking throat.
Damn. Give me an attack roll.
This torture. I gave him a chance.
Yeah. You bring your claw up and you like scratch him across the throat, and he like grabs for a moment, and then passes out on the ground, blood dripping down from his throat.
I still have the dragon toy, and I say to it, "We need to get everyone out of here now. There's got to be a way to open these doors." I'll search him. Does he have anything like maybe that goes with this stone that I other found that maybe both of them together could do something?
Just another matching stone.
Another matching stone. Okay, I take it. Do I hear anyone around, like close by, or is it relatively still and quiet?
It sounds
I guess
very quiet.
Okay, I'm going to detect magic on these stones.
The stones radiate with a very, very bright, I believe it's abjuration.
Protection magic. I will mutter to myself. I'm focusing for the 3 rounds, so do I have an ability to do an Arcana check to see this spell? The school? Oh, you told me.
Yeah, it's abjuration.
I can't tell the spell at all, really, with this.
No.
And you said it's very strong?
Yes. Well, it's reasonably strong.
Reasonably strong.
Yeah, compared to what you've probably seen at this age, it's strong. You also notice that your gloves and your claws are radiating with the same kind, with a different kind of magical energy. Looks like enchantment, or not enchantment. It is enchantment. Hold on. Let me just make sure I'm not giving you the wrong school, because that might throw you off in your head for guesstimating. Transmutation.
Transmutation.
Yes.
Okay. Trying to think of how I can do this. Okay, so I'm gonna take these 2 stones. Nothing else. I assume I didn't find anything else of interest on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does Dragon Toy have any thoughts of me just murdering this guy? Is he gonna say anything?
The dragon toy is silent. It will
Okay.
go along with what you feel is right.
We need to get everyone out of here. These guys were using us for nefarious purposes, it sounds. I'm gonna go up to that door I was at before that I tried to break down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna like hold like the stones to it to see if there's any reaction at all.
No.
Like trick them, nothing.
Nothing. There is another door, by the way, in the living room. And then there's also a door in the room where all the where the counters were and where the the giant table that they tied you down to before, or locked you down onto before was.
Okay, I'm gonna go back there in a minute, but first I want to see this door. Okay, so there's a door in front of me. How is it locked? Is there like a conventional kind of lock that I'm thinking like in my modern day, like it's just like it looks like a keyhole?
Nope.
A lock or
There's a door handle on the door, so it can be opened and closed. But in this particular case, there's no mechanism to lock it.
but it seems locked, so perhaps
Yes.
magic. I detect magic on the door.
You can see you can barely manage to see. It's very faint coming through the metal door that stands in front of you, but you can manage to see there's a little bit of light coming out of the cracks in between the door and the jamb.
Do I get a school?
If you focus on it long enough, it will be. I believe this is also transmutation, abjuration. No, this is abjuration. Getting all my schools
Arius,
backwards.
Arius having the spell lock, I don't have access to it now, but I know of arcane lock. I'm gonna assume that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. That's just the assumption that goes through his head. And I don't have a way to bypass that. Really. I can't see through any if I look at the bottom of the door, can I see a shadow in there or?
It's very dark in there. It is
Very
pitch
dark.
black in there. It's already hard enough to see because you're in this hallway. The only light is coming from the lantern that's kind of laying on the ground.
I'm gonna try and whisper under the door any crack in as because I don't want to yell to alert people. I'm just gonna whisper is anyone in there? Can you hear me? I'm gonna send a jolt spell in the door if I can.
Okay.
I wanna just not to I don't know how to do this non-lethal. I don't want to hit people. I want to try to illuminate the area so I can see. I don't even know if this would be possible.
Arius, is you out there? Arius, are you causing trouble again?
I can't remember who you are, but I'm trying to get us out of here. Can you open the door?
It's me, Jacob. I can't open the door. The door doesn't open until the morning, Arius. Why can't you remember things? What's wrong with you?
Do you have any toys that when you put on you feel differently? Perhaps can give you strength. Perhaps with your help I can open the door.
Yeah, we have the toys. We use them during playtime, remember?
Put them on.
Arius, I need to sleep.
No, we need to get out of here.
I get less breakfast if I sleep too late. I really
You'll get
like
all
breakfast.
the breakfast and food you want once we get out of here.
Arius, they said don't trust you.
They are keeping us here against our will.
I want to be here. I like my dad's.
You don't want to see outside?
We do see outside sometimes. Don't you know when we go out and play? Out in the yard?
Do you recall being constructed from scratch from these people? Do you have a mother?
I've always had two dads.
A family?
They are a family.
You don't remember having a family before here?
This is our family, Arius. Two dads, that's how it works.
God damn it. My sense motive is really shitty, but I'm gonna try and see if he just sounds delirious or he doesn't sound like he knows what he's talking about, or does he sound
I mean, it doesn't sound like he doesn't believe what he's saying.
Hmm. I'm trying to get out of here. Are you saying you want to stay here enslaved to do what these people bid you to do
I'm
day
not
in
a
and day out?
slave, Arius.
Can you leave when you please?
I
These
don't
doors don't
want
open
to
till the morning.
I've been happy. Breakfast is nice. It's fun to go out and play and experience the things that we can do.
You're a fool. I'll be back to free you all, and you'll see. I'm gonna leave. Foolish. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the living space area, and you said there's 2 doors in here?
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a door in here, and then if you cross over, like what looks like it should be like a kitchen, but it's been remodeled into like a lab space with like a large table or like a large like flat operating table kind of thing, and then a
Right.
couple of smaller like utility tables, and this large arm that comes out of the ceiling and has a number of things like flanged off of it.
I forgot you said this is where they strap me down.
Mhm.
I definitely want to check this out. Is there anything that stands out to me that I could use here? Like, can I break off something that's like what do they even use on me? I guess what is this stuff? Like,
So
can I
you
make
see like
heads or tails
you
of
see
it?
some like scalpels and a lot of like operating equipment. You see like some vials of something and a syringe. You see like a couple of other items that with detect magic you'll know to be magical. They have one of them has abjuration on it. One of them has I believe it's an enchantment spell. It
These
has
are the
enchantment on
vials?
it. No, these are the. There's a table. There's a small table with a couple of other items on it, and another one has evocation on it.
What exactly are these items that are emitting magic?
It's hard for you to tell. You'd have to
can't
spend a
tell what
lot
they
of
are.
time trying to identify what they are.
I will touch them. Does anything happen immediately?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna pocket whatever they are if I can.
Okay.
Or are they like large?
They're pretty large, but you can pocket them. They're like the size of rods.
Okay, so they're like rod type
Yeah.
objects. I have no idea what their purpose is
Yep.
or whatever. Okay. When I'm looking at this thing, do I get any like immense flashbacks of the time that they strapped me there?
Yeah,
And-
you
yeah.
remember being strapped down here a lot. Like it is the more you look at it, the more it like coalesces in your mind that you've been like strapped to this table over and over and over again. You've been crying for your mom and on the table. You've been trying to like kill the people as they strap you down. You've been like yelling about how the dog is out to get you and how the dog hates you and how it keeps eating your things. You've been claiming that one of the other children keeps like breaking your door and he just wants the dog to eat you. So many different things. But then they're all in conflict with like you having breakfast at your table with your mom and like going out and running around the yard and playing with the dog in the yard.
So yeah, I think again, if I'm having this conflict of memories, this is gonna anger me. I want to break this stuff if I can.
Yeah, you
Like,
just start
damage
like
it.
shattering stuff, throwing stuff on the
Yeah.
floor, smashing the vials of stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Are you gonna try to break the rods?
No.
Okay, but yeah, you can manage to break just about everything else.
Okay. And then as I leave here, can I pick up that rod the other guy had? that I want
Absolutely.
to disrupt my powers.
Yep.
When I pick it up, do I feel the electricity leave me?
No.
Okay. So in my mind, I'm thinking when I strike someone, it may disrupt their magical innate abilities, or maybe it's attuned just for electricity, but I'll find out later, I guess. So I'm going to keep this at the ready, this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other ones I'm going to keep in my bag or pockets, whatever I can store them in. So this one's like at the ready
Yep.
as like a weapon. And I want to approach that, the one door,
The living room door or the lab
living
door?
room door.
Okay. So you get to the living room door?
Yeah, I don't want to open them. I want to see where they potentially lead. Like if I can see through a crack or if it looks like it's leading to.
The door is a
Another-
solid metal door. It has
Okay.
no handles. And it is. You did notice there was some magic coming off of it, but it was like passive when you're looking at other things. If you detect again, you'll notice it does have abjuration on it.
Huh. So I just give it a light push. I assume it doesn't move. It's locked.
It does not move.
Okay. I won't bother trying to listen to it. Okay, so I'll go to the lab door.
Same thing.
Abjuration magic?
Abjuration
Arcane
magic,
lock?
door does not move.
What the hell?
Arius, remember? They use the stones.
Ah. Thank you, my loyal dragon toy. I'll use the stones on the... Okay, wait. So is there a spot for the stone? Or is it when I start to take it out and bring it towards it, is it just going to react?
You kind of remember that, like, you put the stone up towards the door, and then the door will react.
See, I just don't want this to swing open. Okay, so I'm
They
going to take the
slide over.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to do it on the lab one.
Okay. You open up the lab door, and inside is a lot of, like, papers, and it's like a small office, with a desk, papers all over, papers, like, strewn about the walls, different pictures of like, people and creatures. Give me a perception as you're looking through all this. You're, like, looking through all this stuff. You can't find anything that has to do with you. But one that does, like, really catch your eye, that has, like, a big circle on it and is on the wall, is this picture of a small, like, gnome. And there's, like, a bunch of question marks and a bunch of, like a bunch of papers that all are here, but they all, like, are missing text from them. They looks like they're, like somebody, like, clipped stuff out of newspaper or had, like, scrolls, but, like, all the text on them has been erased. And there's other pictures around this picture, but they're all, like, just blank pictures. Only one of them has this picture, and it's like a sketched out picture of this gnome.
Goddamn gnomes.
And it's got underneath the name of it, Gimbal.
Gimbal. Have we met a Gimbal? Or is this a completely new name?
We'll get to that later.
Like I've heard this name. I feel like I remember we met someone named Gimbal. Does he have a hat of disguise on him? No. Okay, I guess I would take this. You said it was on one document or something that has this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's only one that is, like, the picture of the person.
Does this feel like it's important? Like, I guess I'm just looking at this.
Whoever had this room seems to think it's very important. Like, there's, like, it's circled. There's, like, all these things that they have that they feel like that. There's, like, pictures of nothing. It's like a location. Right. Like, it looks like the kind of picture you would snap because there's not, like, it's not like a good background scenery shot. It's like somebody took a picture of, like, this random area, and there's probably supposed to be a person there, and there's no person there.
Alright, I'm going to snatch this drawing of Gimbal, or description of them.
Yeah, it's a drawing. It's like a sketch.
Is there anything else in this room of note that I would care to use or look at?
Not with that perception, no. Like, you don't know what most of this stuff is. It all just seems like useless papers.
Okay. We're leaving this room. I want to try something. So the rod that I had at the ready, that's supposed to disrupt my powers, I want to tap it on the other door that is arcane, supposedly arcane lock.
It has no effect.
Disrupts. Damn it. I will try each rod. See if they do anything.
The other three rods don't do anything.
Okay. So
you did notice when you tapped the door with the rod, it seemed like it tried to do something, but then nothing happened.
It just fizzles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly just run back to Jacob's room and try the rods on the door, see if they do anything real
Nothing.
quick. I'll just say, God damn it, Jacob. No, no, I don't say that. And then so I'll use the other, or whatever stone to open this other door up.
Okay.
I'm going to stand to the side. I'm going to open it.
Sure.
Like, when it opens up, I don't want to be in view. I want to be, like,
the door
on the side.
slides open. There is a long hallway. Oh, just gotta wait. Hang on a sec. There is a long, bright hallway. The floor is black and coated in, like, almost what looks like an obsidian kind of tile structure.
Hmm.
The walls are bright white. To the right it's a long 10 foot by you can't tell the distance hallway. Down the right hand way, there's like a set of double doors. Down the left, much further down, there is another set of double doors.
I'm just gonna put my ear to the. I don't know if it's dark or not. And
It's
see if
no,
I
it's
can
very
hear.
bright in this hallway.
Oh, it's bright.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to just like listen. Do I hear any adults walking around with?
You give me a perception. No.
Okay. Uh, I'm going to try and do some memory recall. Do I recall ever being to this control room that this guy spoke of, or where it would be located?
You've never been to the control room. You're not quite sure. There's a lot of rooms. Your head like starts spinning a bit. You remember like when you go outside, there's another building, and that's the shed where you keep the stuff. No, there's also like people there, and they have staves, and they'll yell if you get too close. But that's where like you and the dog would play fetch around that shed.
Not anymore. Okay, so when I get the thought of outside, I think my mind snaps to that. Okay, we can't save these guys. We just got to get out of here. So I should be able to tell the way outside.
You remember it being down the longer of the two hallway. The short hallway leads to food, and the long hallway leads to outside.
All right, we're going down the long hallway cautiously and as quietly as possible.
Okay. Give me a
and
stealth.
trying to look out for any adults that may be awake and walking around. As I look for my stealth. Ooh, not
Okay.
bad.
You move your way down the hallway, and you get to the end of the hall, and you're in front of the big double doors. And no one has come out. You've not seen hide or hair of another person.
I'm looking at these doors. Do they have a locking mechanism, or are they?
Once
wooden,
again,
metal?
they're missing a handle.
I give them a light tap. Do they move?
Nope.
I bring the stones out. Do they react?
Yes, the doors swing outwardly open, and you can see the outside. It is dark. There is very little light that comes down from the moon above. In the distance, you can see little lights coming off of a set of poles that string together a large gate in the distance. On the grounds, there are people that seem to walk back and forth, looking about.
How can I
as they
see
go.
them? Do they have lights
They have
on
like
them? They're torches?
little bits of light coming off of these stabs that they're carrying.
So, standing in this doorway, how many patrols do I see walking in this like 5 minute span of maybe I'm standing here for?
Give me a perception.
Okay.
There's a few of them, like 3 or 4. Excuse me, kid.
What?
What are you doing out?
Where is this voice coming from?
To your left. You like turn, and there's one of the men with the stabs walking towards you. You need to get back to your room. Your fathers will be very upset if they find you out here. How did you even get out here anyway? And he starts moving forward to kind of try to pick you up.
Charging with claws.
Okay.
Spellcaster can't cast. Wait, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, that is definitely the wrong one.
Hell yeah!
So you rush up and you like rake both of your claws across him, and as you do so, give me the lightning damage as well.
All right. Whoa, that's not what I want.
Wrong thing.
Try to be fancy and just do my last roll, but. Ooh.
You can see like the electricity has no effect, but he staggers back a little bit surprised, but he like brings the staff forward at you to hit. and like swings like your full grown height and goes right over your head.
Does it look like my attack injured him all, or is it just like an annoyance?
It looks like it hurt him. It looks like it hurt him pretty bad. There's a lot of blood like rolling down his chest right now.
Okay. So as he misses, do I want to use up my last spell here? No, we need to conserve. He looks like he's almost dead. I'm gonna fucking just try and rake the last bit of life he has out of him.
You scratch across him one more time, and you can see him like lean on the staff as you bring your claws across him, and he like lets out a soft sigh, and he like starts to do something to the staff, and you can take an attack of opportunity as he like kind of twists it in this weird way.
He's casting something. No.
And like you take him down the rest of the way, but not with enough time to stop whatever it was he was doing from happening as his hands hit the ground and his staff starts to blink very, very brightly. I need you to give me a fort save.
Oh, is he trying to dazzle me? Oof.
So for a moment, your eyes like are blinded by the brightness of the intense light that comes out of nowhere. So you'll spend a round dazed. And by the time your vision will come back, you'll notice like several of the guards are now starting to move towards you.
Okay. Can I see that they've seen me, or they're just coming toward? Like it's dark, they're just coming towards.
They're coming towards the bright light.
Okay, I want to try and if they're so close they could potentially see me, I want to try and throw. I mean, I guess they would see it move.
Mm-hmm.
I want to throw this staff a certain direction and cast a jolt spell in the opposite direction, trying to cause confusion.
Okay. So you can do those things. Give me a bluff.
And then I want to. So yeah. So okay. So the plan is I'm tossing this staff to the right, casting a jolt spell to the left, and I want to run straight into like darkness. So hopefully this is causing like lights in opposite directions, and it's dark, and all the wizards or whoever they are bringing their light sources circling these two.
No, go ahead and give me a bluff.
That's
I think
idea.
bluff is appropriate here. Oh my god, yes. So you throw the staff one way, you toss the jolt the other, and they like look to the staff as it goes that way, and they start immediately beelining towards the jolt. And you just start gunning it down the center path.
Okay. Is it so dark that I can't like see? Like I'm trying to.
No,
find
you can
exits in
see
this
you can see like the outline of things. Like it's nighttime dark, so
Right.
nothing is like clear as to exactly what it is. But in the distance, like you can see the gates ahead of you. You can see like there's a couple of trees here and there. But overall, like it's a clear area. You know that to the right is where that building is, where all the people with stabs are normally at when you're out during the day. And you know that to the very front there is an opening to the gate, like how people and other things would come in and out of the facility.
Okay, so while I have this moment in darkness, I want to try and hide behind a tree. I'm not like standing in the open.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to examine this gate. Is it look locked from here? Or do I have to get closer to examine it more? Or
Give me a stealth check first, and then give me a perception.
okay.
Okay.
And then I'm looking at this gate, seeing how it works. If I could easily just run through it, or I assume it's locked.
So you can see the gate is closed right now. There is a little bit of a gap that's beneath it. You're not quite sure from the distance you're standing, like whether or not something could fit underneath it, but it seems to be there, so it's not like in contact with the ground. And you know you've seen like, the gate has had to be fixed numerous times because it'll sometimes scratch against the ground, or it'll like kind of fall a little bit unevenly because it's like a massive gate, and it's taken them a lot of work to get this gate to hang evenly. So there's a like some level of distance at the bottom, and you notice at the top it's got these like arch that goes up in the middle, but there doesn't seem to be anything above where the arch is. But it's probably about, you'd estimate 10 or 15 feet high.
How far could I estimate how far this gate is from me?
From where you're at, it's probably about 100 feet out.
100 feet.
Yeah, it's a pretty I'm sorry, probably about 50 feet out. You're about halfway through the yard. No, probably 100 feet actually. The yard is quite big.
Is there another tree or another place I could conceal myself within 60 feet of this gate?
Yeah, you think you could probably make it to another tree?
All right, so I'm trying to time this. I don't know if these guys are still distracted investigating this stuff. So if I want to make sure like no one's like looking towards the gate or people rushing towards that area. I want to try and like book it in between like like classic scene of the searchlight. I want to avoid the searchlights.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you rush over to the other tree, and give me a perception.
12.
You notice that one of the lights has started to sort of change its direction.
Towards me? Or the
It seems like possibly, or the gate, one of the two.
I guess I don't have time to. I was going to detect magic on the gate. No
And you
time for
notice,
this.
like,
Okay.
right next to the top corners of the gate, on both sides, there's a light that starts to burn even brighter up there.
A light burns brighter on top of the gate?
Yeah, like at the two posts where the gate would be connected, there is like a light that starts to get much brighter. Each of the at each of the fence posts that there's a small light above them that kind of gives like a soft lighting effect around the area, so they could see if something was trying to come in through the gate. And come through the fences, and at the gate it's now gotten much brighter, almost to a partial, like a cloudy day effect.
These things that are emitting light, do they look like they're magically doing so? I assume they're magic, but does it look like I could destroy these things with like a jolt spell, or does it look like they're made of stone and someone's cast like
It's some kind of magical effect. You can tell, like the way it is getting brighter. There's no fire that's causing this to happen. It's just becoming brighter.
Okay, so it's hard for me to like assess this, and I don't want to like meta too much, but like I want my Arius self to assess. Does it seem like a fool's errand to try and book it now, and that they won't see me? Perhaps if I try to get out now, either via climbing over or ducking under. Or is it like so illuminated that this is clearly a fool's task at this point?
This is where your mind feels really fuzzy.
Okay, my gut is to try it. I have to try it.
Okay.
So I will sprint as fast as I can to the gate, and then I don't know if you want like an intel check or something. I wanted to know if it would be better with claws out to climb this over quickly, or is it better to claws dig and make space for me to get under it, or is this just like a 50-50? I have no way of knowing.
It's gonna depend on what you feel like is something that Arius is better at. Would he be better at climbing? Would he be able to be better at
I've never
digging?
climbed stuff ever, so I'm just gonna immediately start digging or trying to like if I can't get under easily, like digging with my claws quickly because I have claws, so digging should be a little bit better, and then just pushing myself underneath.
All right, the guard comes racing up to you as fast as he can as you're like clawing your way underneath there. Give me a strength check. You like
Ooh.
take these massive like clawfuls of dirt and you're just like tearing up the ground in front of you as you go, and you're starting to like push yourself under and push yourself under. Give me a acrobatics check. I think is what we do here.
Acrobatics.
Yep.
Oof.
You get kind of stuck as you're trying to like get underneath. Give me another strength check.
Ooh.
Nice. You manage to pull yourself free, and you like hear and can see the guard like throw down his staff, and he reaches down to grab at your foot, and as he like gets to grabbing your ankle, you just kind of pull your leg back out from his grasp, and you are standing on the other side of the gate, and he is like rushing back to pick up his staff.
Okay. I'm booking it to freedom if I can. Like
right.
if there's a path, follow the path. Or actually, no, I'd want to go off the road. If I could, trying to go a random direction so you wouldn't be able to know where I was going. I don't know if I have the wherewithal to try and cover my tracks. I don't even know if I would know how. So I guess I'm
Mm-hmm.
just going as fast as I can, getting farther away from here.
Yeah, you just
Trying to go
you
through like. Sorry, I was just gonna say if I see like heavy forested area, I would go through there. Obviously, not like open plains. Obviously, so like any cover I
right.
can find, I would go through there.
You race straight off. You're in a bit of a like heavily treed area. This isn't really a forest, but there's a good amount of trees, and you can start zigzagging between them and trying to keep yourself as lightly hidden as possible. You can hear the gates open. You can hear the sound of like dogs coming out in the
Oh
darkness,
god.
but you don't stop. You just run and run and run and run until you can't remember why you're running anymore. Until you don't remember where you're at, where you're from. You've lost your mom somehow. Where's your mom? Where is she? Mom? And you get to the outskirts of this town. And you start asking around. Have any of you seen my mom? And you describe her to them. And somebody like takes you in and is willing to take care of you. And as the dogs and the men set into town, she pretends she doesn't know that you're here. Tells them that she's never seen anyone like that. They insist that the dogs can smell her and can smell something in there, and she tells them that she's having a late dinner and like the dogs must be hungry, but they have no place here. They have no right to invade her space. This is her space, and she'll call the guards. And the guards here are very good, and they will take care of this problem very swiftly. And the men back down, and they're eventually the sound of the dogs and the men begins to fall away from the town. But as the guard left, the one thing that really sticks with you now is you feel yourself kind of drifting back into waking up is his words. One day we'll prove he's there, and when we'll do, that'll be the end of all of this. And that is where you'll wake up.
Oh snap.
All right. So, what do you think of your past?
So now I have more questions. I'm more confused. So I'm assuming that perhaps where I'm staying now is the village that gets destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm assuming that this woman that saved me, I'm imagining was my mother in the present.
Yes. So you're in time as like more of your memories will start to come back to you. You'll remember you'll remember the name of something called Father Dearest being mentioned. She asks the guards, like, who are these people? What are they doing? You'll recall Father Dearest. And a lot of people refer to them as being demons. They refer to them as being like these demons that come in regularly, and they'll bring their like kids in. They're like bastard children that like tear apart everything, expect everything, and they leave without like paying for much, but lots of stuff is gone as it happens.
And then it also sounds like, I don't know how much I want to believe this, that they somehow got blood of maybe dragons or something of dragons, and they fused them with maybe some human embryos or something and created dragon kids for whatever purposes, to train them to be like soldiers or something that they can use or something.
That is what it sounded like he was implying.
So yeah, so then I think in-game the next task I would do is see if this is even possible or has been heard of. Probably look up, because this would be after, what's his name, Rizix or whatever.
The Rezik stuff, yep.
Yeah, that was after his time, so he wouldn't know anything about that, probably. Because it sounds like maybe the dragons were gone, and then these, perhaps demons, or whatever they are, were cultivating to bring them back under their control, kind of. Or using the power of dragons somehow. They're trying to harness the power of dragons somehow.
Okay. some
So
fun
yeah, I think
theories.
that would be my next goal, is doing research on any what became of this place that housed these other kids, because then theoretically they all could be alive still somewhere as well. Lots of questions.
Good. That's the goal. But also some answers.
True, very true. I don't know how Arius would sit well thinking he's basically a Wolverine. Like, he's basically constructed and memory wiped. It's like I'm getting Wolverine vibes. I don't know. I don't know how. I think Arius has to stew with that for a bit.
Okay. These events will take place basically, or this dream you'll recall.
Right.
The next rest cycle that you have. So when you start the next session, you won't remember these things, and you'll probably wake up
Oh,
right
I
after
see what you're
that,
saying. So
having
this has not
dream.
happened yet.
Yes,
Okay.
but it will in only probably a few
next-
hours in the game tomorrow.
Right. Okay. Good to note. I actually should note that. Okay. All right.
Cool.
Very cool. Very good.
Thank you.
This was very illuminating. I think it was good. It gives me a lot to go on what to look out for and stuff like that. Very very interesting.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you. So,
Awesome.
all right. I'm gonna drop the call. If you'll hang up for a bit.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Good night.